Now for our last two examples for 5.8, we have first example 3, x cubed equals negative 5x squared plus 14x. Now our goal is to have this set equal to 0. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to move all this stuff on the right to the left. So then that leaves me with x cubed, remember the signs change, plus 5x squared minus 14x equals 0 because there's nothing left on that side. Now notice they all have x's. We need to factor one out. So I take an x, so I'm left with x squared plus 5x minus 14 equals 0. So now I have to factor this out here too. So then I have x times, and then my double parentheses, 0. So remember the x splits. X, and this is negative. So that means there are different signs to get this positive. So that means the bigger number has to be positive in order to get the middle. And you're subtracting. So what are the factors of 14? We have 1 and 14. And we have 2 and 7. Remember, the bigger number has to be positive. So that means the smaller number will be negative. Now, which one subtracts to give you 5? 2 and 7. So then the minus, the 2 goes next to the minus, and the 7 goes next to the plus. So now you set each part equal to 0. So the first part is x equals 0. We already have a solution there. And then the next x plus 7 equals 0. And then x minus 2 equals 0. So now this one's already solved. So minus 7, so x equals negative 7. And then plus 2, x equals 2. So then your solution, I put in curly brackets, 0, or if we put them in numerical order, let's do it that way. So we have negative 7 from lowest to highest, 0, and 2. And we'll put the curly brackets around it. So this is our solution for this equation. Now let's try this one. Now this right here, you don't need to actually set it to 0. We can solve. Now this right here, we can simplify by, let's first, when you're trying to get r by itself, divide by 3. So you're left with r cubed, or r squared, equals 4. Now in order to get rid of a square, you have to square root each side. So I do the square root of r squared and the square root of 4. That gives me r equals positive negative 2. Whenever you square root a number, you have it's positive and it's negative. So plus minus 2. So you're square rooting, so then r equals negative 2 and positive 2. And that's your solution for these.